The college football experience weekday games preview on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. As Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with our promo code TCE SGPN. And remember, as always, folks, too, let it ride.
This is Mike Leach, head football coach at Mississippi State, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes, yes, yes. Woo! Welcome to the college football experience weekday preview edition. Hey, yes, we have a few weekday games we'll be talking about. YouTube.com/the college experience. Hit that like and subscribe button. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, that's fair. My name is Colby Swinging Database Dan, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I smoke and I drink and I don't have stress and I'm healthy.
Very healthy. Yeah. Don't worry, Nick. We got you covered, brother. See him in the chat. Yeah. What a weekday slate we got going.
Oh yeah.
Perhaps sarcasm, perhaps fun. You figure it out. I am joined by my co-host, who's still in fucking Morgantown. All right, this fucking guy. He was supposed to be there 24 hours. He's been in Morgantown now for quite a while. Yeah, give it up for former staffer at Austin Peay with the Governors, at South Carolina with the Gamecocks, and at West Virginia with the Mountaineers, Ryan McIntyre, aka Monetline Mac. What's up, man?
Yes, never leaving. Home is where the heart is. Day 6 in Morgantown. Packed for 3 days. Still going strong, baby. Cheers, beers, Mountaineers.
Sorry, I mistimed that. Yeah. I mean, what's the plan at this point? I just feel like you've moved in. You know what I mean? Is that one of those extended stays? You know what I mean? Like where they got a kitchen and part of that, or what?
Yeah, it's all about who you know, man. And you get hooked up, and it's like, why the hell would I leave, baby? I'm back home where I belong, and back in Morgantown, back in college, 32 going on 22.
There you go, right? It's a Matthew McConaughey line, right? From Dazed and Confused. Buddy, look, I want to get into a couple things, but I thought it was best. We got basically, four games in D1 going on Thursday and Friday. There's not that much meat on the bone. But I wanted to we're going to go through some of those team schedules, see what it's like for them to perhaps overachieve or make a bowl or contend in their conferences. But I wanted to start first with just a simple. We'll start the slideshow here. YouTube.com/the college experience. Well, we got 2 job openings right now, and that's the UCLA Bruins. Obviously Deshaun Foster. You think they canned him a little early, by the way?
I did. And I tweeted that. They should have fired their fucking quarterback.
He was 5-7, which he hit the, well, no, actually, no, I think the win total was 5.5. So he was a half game short, but I thought he overachieved based in year one, based off the timing of the hire and everything. And then, okay, you started out 0-3. Your whole team left, like a lot of that team was gone from last year. So You're breaking in a new offense. I know you'll say you can't lose in New Mexico, but I tend to think New Mexico's a player in the Mountain West. I think they pulled the plug a little too early, in my opinion, for Foster. The other one, Brent Pry at Virginia Tech. Well, that one I actually agree with.
Yeah, that one that was a long time coming.
I actually thought they should have fired him at the end of last season, personally.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you, which is the better job moving forward in college football?
Well, I mean, the rumors are that Virginia Tech's going to invest in their NIL. If they do, I think it's Tech, just because the proud program, tradition, the ACC is not as competitive. UCLA, man, I mean, you're the secondary school in LA, probably the fourth best job on the West Coast in the Big Ten out of 4. So I would say Tech. How about you?
I think it's very tricky. Shout out to Lonte Smith in the chat. We cashed in on North Carolina A&T. Shout out to the FCS college football experience. It's a very, I think it's not that easy. I think it's a very hard thing so like UCLA historically, I feel like has been a better program than Virginia Tech, but now they have all these obstacles against them. They're paying Cal like $10 million a year. Your stadium's an hour away, but I think the stadium one's a lazy take. I mean, look, it's not lazy for getting the students there, but you're not going to have there's no way you're going to have a stadium on campus. It's just not going to happen. Right. So either way, you're fucked. But you are in a much better talent area. You're already in the Big Ten. You're in a major city. Whereas like Virginia Tech, I do think, okay, you might have the better, more passionate fan base when it comes to football, but if the ACC does crumble, I don't know if Virginia Tech's got a home outside of that. You know what I mean? Like there's a little bit more uncertainty. Like I don't know that. Well, Blacksburg, Virginia, is that marketable? But I'm shocked that Virginia Tech, as someone that has spent a few months down there, I got a job like editing some film when I was very young. I'm shocked to hear they're having financial problems because, I mean, the university just seems like, I mean, I know it's gotten harder academically or to get in, I guess.
Yeah.
But I personally like just know a bunch of people that had make decent money that have, I mean, maybe they're not billionaires, but I'm saying I'm a little shocked based on like me just partying there and stuff that's a problem right now is money. UCLA, apparently you had a bad school president for a long time that didn't even care about football. That will do it to you. I believe that was like Colorado's problem in the early 2000s when like Gary Barnett got fired and stuff. After that, you had a president that just didn't really value football. And then you saw what happened to like a proud program was like that shit just hit the dumps.
Yeah.
That's a concern, but I think it's an interesting question to ask yourself because Virginia, another thing is like, do you think part of Virginia Tech struggles? Frank Beamer cashed in on the state of Virginia recruiting.
He was great in the 757.
But my point is back then, Old Dominion, James Madison, Liberty, those schools were not at the FBS level. Has that hurt? Also, I feel like Maryland does a better job getting into Virginia now with Loxley. But do you think that plays a bigger role perhaps now than is that part of their failures over the past 5-6 years here, whatever?
Yeah, they haven't dominated the 757 at all over the last decade plus since Beamer shut it down. I mean, when there was a dude in the 757, Beamer was going to get him. I mean, obviously Vic or the Vicks, and then that kind of opened up the pipeline there. So Hampton, Norfolk, that whole area. They haven't dominated the state of Virginia. I am surprised too about the money. We did a whole episode on that just because their alumni is so strong in the DMV and people in the DMV do have a lot of money. So a little surprised that the Nova backing of Virginia Tech hasn't contributed more than it has to have them at the bottom of the ACC because there's not I don't want to shit on the ACC the whole episode, even though I don't like the ACC. But I'm kind of surprised that they're at the bottom with teams like Boston College and company.
Yeah, I was taken back by that their athletic director having that presentation or whatever and seeing that their finances were that bad. Another thing, I mean, look, and I'll push back a little bit on the chat. Like Bob Toledo was the last time they almost played for the national championship, and that was in '98. But Jim Mora had a stretch 2012 where he won 9 games, then 10. Then 10, then 8. Yeah, then 8. So like 4 straight years of 8 wins seasons or better and 2 double-digit win seasons. Even Chip Kelly, I mean, had it at 21, they had an 8-win season, 22 a 9-win season, 23 an 8-win season. So like I know it seems like they've been bad, but they haven't. And Carl Durrell in 2005 had a 10-win season for UCLA. It's weird. It considering they're in this spot where you would assume that they have less wins over the past 15 years based on their fan buy-in. But I do think that's part of the problem there. But yeah, the Hokies are an interesting one. They haven't had a double-digit win season since 16. Yeah, when they went 10-4, and they only have. I mean, they had that stretch really like 04. Or, I don't know, since really the Natty. They had a stretch just with unbelievable double-digit win seasons, like in the mid 2000s there. Yeah, I don't know, man. And do you believe that Shane Beamer can be the guy? First off, do you believe he would actually take it and so that that and B, could he be the guy to actually get the program back on its trajectory?
I think he'd be perfect. I don't think he'll take it though. I don't think the seat's hot at South Carolina. I know they just lost 31-7, but he's coming off a 9-win season last year. So
he does have a new athletic director though. Maybe he's like, yeah. A lot of times athletic directors want their own guy.
Yeah, I still think Jimbo is the guy that keeps coming to my name or coming to my mind. I think him being from Clarksburg, West Virginia, not too far from Blacksburg. He's won in the ACC. He's won a Natty in the ACC. So I think Jimbo is the guy that keeps coming to my mind. And I think he can fundraise too. We know Jimbo can recruit and get players. The X's and O's is a question.
Well, that's my hesitation. We were doing the SGP show earlier, and Kramer was like, Kramer's excited about Gruden potentially, or Alex Galesh, who has been rumored. I think Bruce Feldman was that reported that.
I like Galesh. Galesh, good coach.
Yeah. There was a Summerall. I don't think they can get Summerall, first off. And I don't know that they can get Galesh, to tell you the truth. I could totally see like Arkansas or something snatching up Galesh. I've also heard that if Narduzzi got the axe at Pitt, that Galesh might be one to keep an eye on there, because he grew up like what I think. Yeah.
Narduzzi would be a good fit at Tech.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I would be, but you're hilarious. But I think they want. I don't know what they like. I'm assuming they want Shane Beamer, the fan base. Right?
Yeah. Well, and you saw who they probably want number 2, Vic.
I mean, Vic hasn't even beat an FCS team yet.
I know.
Like, I want that to work out. I want him to be the coach of Virginia Tech. I think it'd be great for the sport, but I just think it's a little bit ahead of the schedule there. But one that I just don't understand why you don't go get Tim Beck from Vanderbilt. Like, to me, that would be the first call.
It's not sexy enough for that.
Do you want to win fucking games? The guy was incredible at Pittsburgh State, won a national championship. All these, go look at the success of these subdivisions. Like Lance Leipold has been great for Kansas. I think Kansas fans really want to keep Lance Leipold. Before this year, I would say Kleiman that K-State fans are super happy with.
Yeah.
Entz at Fresno is looking good. A lot of these guys that have Casey Keeler, right, that have come up from the subdivisions that have dominated at the subdivisions. I feel like they normally hit, man. Jason Ack, you're seeing it right now in New Mexico. So I don't know. I mean, or you could go get a sitting OC or something. I wonder about we mentioned Buster Faulkner on the show last night, Georgia Tech's OC. I just wonder. I wonder. I can't believe how many people want Gruden.
That one doesn't make sense. He wants an SEC job, man. He wants to be in that Southeastern Conference.
Gruden would take the Virginia Tech job, though. He would.
I don't know about the fit there.
I don't like it. If I'm a Hokie fan, I don't think you should do it. But it seems to be like a popular play is like they should get Gruden. I feel like most Hokie fans get excited at the thought of that.
Yeah, I mean the Hokie fans also think that their program's still back in the mid 2010s. So there's my West Virginia jab at the old Hokies.
There we go. I like it.
Yeah, it's been great watching Pitt and Virginia Tech be in the dumpster this weekend. It's fantastic as a Mountaineer over here. They should hire Neil Brown.
I mean, shit, he's an upgrade from Pry in my mind.
I agree with that.
Parlay Pope says, why would he leave Vandy for? Well, he's the offense coordinator at Vanderbilt. Yeah. Diego Pavia graduates. That was he pushed back on that tweet about him coming back for a 7th year. He said he's done. So yeah, and the UCLA one, I'm hearing D'Anton Lynn more and more. I don't know why. Coach O would be fucking hilarious. I haven't heard that one. I've heard D'Anton Lynn. I've heard Pat Fitzgerald. I've heard oh man, I'm drawing a blank on some of the other ones.
Fitzgerald would be great at Tech. He won at Northwestern. He can win at Tech if he can win at Northwestern.
I don't think they want him though. I don't think that's a sexy hire for them. I think Fitzgerald will end up at like Cincinnati or maybe Wisconsin, or I guess I could maybe see UCLA, but not really, because if you're trying to pack the Rose Bowl, and I love Pat Fitzgerald, don't get me wrong, but your average person's a douchebag, so you're trying to bring in the douchebag, right? Yeah. So what's up, chat? Fucking with you guys. My point is you're like the average person was like, you ever sat and just randomly gone into a bar? I know you have a bunch in the past 72 hours, but like you go into a bar and you just hear idiots talk about, I love them all, but I'm just saying, like, sometimes it drives me crazy because you're just like, no, you got to get a high powered offense. Pat Fitzgerald will not have a high powered offense. Right. So I think I don't think they'll get Fitzgerald, even though I know he's being talked about. I think they'll go for some type of offensive mind, but yeah, I don't know, man. It's an interesting question. I tend to think the Hokies job is better because they care more.
They do care. They do. They do care, and they need to get back to somewhat of Beamer ball. And I know that. I mean, obviously Shane Beamer's the home run hire, but I don't think he's going to take the job. So you got to find a way. I mean, all these years, Beamer ball, special teams, toughness on the defensive side, and then hit lightning in a bottle if you get a special quarterback. Yeah,
I mean, UCLA is an interesting one because, like, who would have killed it at UCLA is Dion.
Oh, he'd been great. Great.
That's what I'm saying. You need someone like that is going to bring in that fan base. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's there for you. You just need an exciting offense.
At UCLA, yeah.
I don't think Galesh would take UCLA, but I actually think it would work. I think that they would score a lot of points. And I think that the fan base would then be excited about checking out UCLA football. So, I don't know. I think Virginia Tech is the one I would say right now. And I'm curious if UCLA gets their shit together, because at some point you wonder if Ohio State's president recently talked about this. I don't know if you caught this, but like potentially them taking a bigger share of the teams in the Big Ten, or potentially leaving or kicking out teams. I didn't really say it was going to happen like tomorrow, but he kind of hinted at eventually we got to get to a system like that. Well, if that's the case, if you're UCLA, you're going to be getting a very small piece of the pie, and then you're going to sit there and say, wait, why the fuck am I traveling all the way across country, taking on Rutgers and stuff? If you continue to not value football like the other institutions do, then you're going to end up back in the old Pac-12. Probably. They would take you, even though they shit on you on Twitter all the time. Yeah, I don't know. Who do you think UCLA hires at the end of the day? D'Anton Lynn
I think Lynn's
Yeah.
going to get the job. If I had to like bet on it today, I think he's a good fit. I mean, he already worked there, doing a good job at USC, and yeah, I mean, they need to. I feel like UCLA needs to make the not sexy hire. They just
got a good football coach and win. But dude, Chip Kelly
should hire Jason Eck. They should hire Jason Eck.
I don't know that he would take it.
Probably not.
After 1 year, I don't know that he would take it. I think he might wait because he knows he can get a better gig after another year. But that's the problem. Is like Chip Kelly was a good football coach. They were winning 8-9 games.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But he wasn't recruiting, and it wasn't like must-watch TV. It's a hard sell. I mean, the stadium is an hour away. I know one of the guys that covered Max Brown, the former USC quarterback, was saying they should move to SoFi, which would be terrible. That would give you no reason to watch UCLA. And trust me, that's still way too large. Like they just got to do that's why I think they need like a high-powered offense to get the people there excited about it. Like I don't know, but I can also understand the best hire because like. If it was me, I would just do the best hire. But I also think if you're trying to pack the Rose Bowl, you're gonna need some points put up. But yeah. Anyway, it's gonna be interesting to watch to see who they go to. So gun to your head, you say D'Anton Lynn to UCLA. You say Jimbo to Virginia Tech.
I think Jimbo. Wow. I think you energize the family.
If you're a Hokie fan, I don't know that you're happy with Jimbo coming in. He's like 60.
I'm not a Jimbo guy. But
I think he's way too conservative as a coach. But yeah, I don't know. I wanted to ask you also. I mean, I don't know if we got the chance to talk about this. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did you catch Arch Manning against UTEP?
Yeah, he was god awful. He looks like a G5 quarterback. I'm trying not to overreact. It's only been. Well, not 3 starts. He started 2 games last year. He's not getting any better.
I'd say he got worse.
Yeah, he's getting way worse. And
maybe he's injured or something, but I was looking. So I know this is off topic because we got the slides. Let me take down the slides for a second.
He's just getting the benefit of the doubt because his last name's Manning.
Dude, I was thinking about just in general, how many wins are they going to get this year? I'm looking at their schedule. They got Sam Houston at home. They're terrible. They'll be 3-1 before they head to the swamp. But look at this 5-game. Look at this 6-game stretch they have at Florida, Red River Shootout, at Kentucky, at Mississippi State, home to Vanderbilt, at Georgia.
Good luck.
Right now, the Texas that I see on the field,
7-5, 6-6.
I'm just saying that in that stretch.
Yeah.
How many games they win in there? 2?
They probably should be able to get to 6-6.
Then after that, they got Arkansas. Now Arkansas could fire Pittman by then, so that might be a lot more winnable. And then Texas A&M. I don't know though. I just right now, if you're just blindly saying who has looked better to you, and if you go one by one saying, all right, Texas or Florida, who's looked better? That's actually a good debate, but it's at Florida, so I would say Florida.
I would say Florida. That defense is good.
Yeah, and DJ Lagalele there. I think
so great watching him just completely shit the bed after everybody crowned him the Heisman. I'm like, he hasn't played a road game yet.
Yeah, I think he's even with 5 interceptions. I think he's looked better than Arch, which is fucking insane to say.
Yeah.
The Cotton Bowl, the Red River Shootout, the Cotton Bowl. You can't tell me you feel strongly that Texas is going to win that game right now, right?
No, I think Oklahoma's going to beat the shit out of them.
Then at Kentucky, do you feel strongly that they're going to I think that's a toss-up game.
I would say Texas probably -3.
Yeah, I think I'd probably pick Texas to win that game just based on their defense. But I'll tell you this: that's 3 straight games not at Darrell K. Royal, and then there's a 4th going to Mississippi State. They'll lose one of those. To me, the Kentucky or the Mississippi State game. I feel like they could lose. They could lose all of them, but it's a tricky one there. I don't know that Arch Manning looks ready to go into Stark Vegas if Sam Leavitt can't do it. And then they're home to Vandy, who I think Vandy looks better than them right now, dude.
Danny's the best team in the country right now.
Yeah. Well, then they're at Georgia, home to Ark. I mean, like, so they'd have to win 3 of those games we talked about to get to 6-6. Are we just completely overreacting because of a bad UTEP game? Because I didn't think they looked good against San Jose State either. Even
No, they didn't look good at all. They dressed that game up.
Yeah.
And they didn't look good against Ohio State. They kind of got dominated, in my opinion, in that game. They were down 14-0 with 6 minutes left. They hadn't scored.
I mean, there's no way, right? There's no way that Sark ends up on the hot seat, right? There's just no way, right?
Oh, if they go 7-5 or 6-6, he's on the hot seat next year.
And
He's
shout
Texas.
out, I did
Tom
reach
Herman. Tom Herman got fired when he went like 9-4 the COVID year, and that was his worst year.
Yeah, they would go out, and I think they would give him another year. But I mean, they could, every opponent they have left, because Kentucky and Mississippi State and Florida are on the road. Every other opponent looks better to me. Like that, so that makes it tricky. That means, like, theoretically, I really doubt they lose out. But I'm just saying, like, it's possible with the Texas we've seen. It's possible. Anyway, I did also, let me load this up while I'm here. I did reach out to my insider with the Liberty program, and he says the Liberty Flames and the CUSA, folks, if you didn't know, Chadwell's fine, he says. Now, I want to ask you this.
What happened to him, though?
They're 1-2. I'm waiting for his answer, because I wrote that back saying, what the fuck happened to your program? They're 1-2 right now. They got the Battle of the Blue Ridge coming up against James Madison in Williams Stadium in Lynchburg there. I'm assuming they're going to be 1-3. You too?
I think they have a chance this weekend.
Of course, JMU. But I'm just saying, like, JMU's looked better, right?
Yeah. I mean, they're 9.5-point favorites on the road, but this is a wounded animal at home dog. So yeah.
Then they're at Old Dominion.
They're not winning both these games. I can tell you that.
I mean, dude, right
Best
now,
case
if
1-1.
you go game by game and just say, like, what team is better, I know that that's not how this works, but I'm just saying, if you do that, you're like, man, I kind of think they probably lose both those games. Then they get a bye week, and then they're at UTEP, who actually looked all right against Texas. So you can quickly build yourself into like a 1-5 scenario potentially. I just wonder at that point. You're telling me if he goes 1-5, that Chadwell's still safe? He spends like triple what every other team in the CUSA
He'll get the end of the year. He'll get to the end of the year at least.
Oh, I almost feel like it's impossible for them to not make a bowl game, because after that's New Mexico State, after that's Delaware, Missouri State. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you're struggling with Maine, Delaware and Missouri State are losable games in Lynchburg. You go at FIU, at La Tech. I mean, it's that one. I thought if you had told me out of any conference in college football, what's the biggest slam dunk coming into this season, I was like, Liberty to go to the CUSA championship. That's a slam dunk.
Not going to happen.
I mean, it looks a little iffy right now. Looks a little iffy. Folks, want to tell you that the college football experience is brought to you by, well, us. Yeah, we are part of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. Check out the SGPN app in the App Store for easy access to all of our free picks and props. It's free to download, so do that and let it ride. We're also brought to you by mybookie.ag. MyBookie is your place to bet on, well, football and everything else. Their prop builder is second to none, and their motto is bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. You can easily deposit, get lightning fast payouts using crypto. Head on over to mybookie.ag, and when you do, use our promo code TCESGPN for 100% bet back bonus up to $500 for new customers. That's mybookie.ag, promo code TCESGPN. We're also brought to you by NoVig. Yes, NoVig is America's #1 sports prediction market. Since NoVig is an exchange, you know you're getting some of the best prices in the market, and NoVig is available in 35 different states. Download the NoVig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use our promo code SGPN. Get in on the action with NoVig, promo code SGPN. All right, we are back, and you can barely hear my mic. Oh, you know what it is? I know what it is. God, let me see something here. Do I sound better now? How about now? Do I sound better now?
I can hear you.
Well, I sometimes when you go on, I went on TV today, and sometimes it resets your defaults. So I think that's what it might be there. I'll pump it now. Let's pump up the volume, Christian Slater style. He's like, been listening 20 minutes, haven't heard any picks. I need to make a beer run. Yeah, well, I mean, I gotta stretch a couple games out for a while.
Come to Morgantown for your beer run.
Yeah, come on up to Morgantown. Look, Thursday night, the Rice Owls are heading to the Clit to take on Tim Albin and company, who did get a win, and it came. It was 21. What was it? 21-21, I think it was, and then they scored late, or maybe it was 24-24. They scored late. It was a great game to watch, but Rice is currently laying 2.5. The over/under's at 44.5. I have several DMs waiting for me. I haven't got a chance to answer. I apologize in advance. People are asking me why the fuck the line's going down on Rice, and what's the scope with injuries. The only injury I see that I know of is Artis Cole, a wide receiver, who's questionable. So I wish I had something spicier there for you. I am going to be I might go to this game, Mac. I am going to be betting the Rice Owls though, minus 2.5. They played last year. Charlotte won 21-20. Obviously, it's kind of irrelevant because Biff Poggi's gone and he's at Michigan. And what's my guy's name at Rice is gone, the former Stanford guy. Why am I drawing a blank on his name right now? But anyway, he's gone. So I don't know how much that really matters, but I'll tell you this. The logic for me is Charlotte's quarterback play has been fucking awful. If you watch the games, I understand they're learning a new system, but Connor Harrell, the UNC transfer, Grayson Loftus, the Duke transfer, Harrell, I guess
he was good last week.
It's true, but you're playing an FCS last week. But yeah, that was his best game of his tenure with the 49ers. But the Rice Owls on the other side of things, I thought they've looked good. Really, everything except the Houston game, and even the Houston game, I thought that score is a little misleading. They kind of blew that thing open late. I am a little puzzled. Look, these lines have been quite crazy. Like the Georgia line came down, and of course Tennessee then covers. Right. And I feel like it's been kind of 50-50 this year. Cause remember the Hawaii Stanford line did the same thing, but then Hawaii still hit. I think Georgia Tech Clemson was similar. Right. So I don't know. I'm still right. I'm just trusting the Owls offense. Both coaches I do think are very good coaches, and I think they'll probably be successful at both these programs. But I think Rice is in better shape right now than Charlotte is. Curious what the fan turnout will be. The over/under's at 44.5 currently. I would say you got to take the under on that, but your thoughts on this one?
I like Charlotte. I think they took a step this last week under Albin, and I think they're going to get better and better as the season goes on. It's a short week here. I think the home dog's live. I know Rice has looked pretty good in the first 3 weeks. They beat Louisiana on the road outright in their one road game. But I just think Charlotte's going to keep getting better and better, and I think Harold's getting better in this offense from last week. So I'm not ready to lay points with Rice on the road at this point in the year in Game 4.
Is this going to be lit? Do you think it's going to be lit?
I don't think it should be lit, but it's still a road game. It's still still a Texas team coming all the way to North Carolina. Fair.
I don't know. I mean, I am surprised with the line movement. I don't I'm just gonna. I trust the offense that Rice is running more than Charlotte's. That's pretty much my analysis. And I do. What about the total on 44.5? You think the under?
Probably on a short week. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you're real swift, folks, we
Give me
don't
the
have a line.
clit.
Yeah, you're going all into the clit. You're out there in Morgantown for 6-7 days.
Let's go
You're
clit.
going all into the clit. Wasn't that the name of the bar you were at earlier? What was that shit called again?
The Mario's Fishbowl, baby.
Mario's Fishbowl.
Mario's Fishbowl that I made a pit stop at Mount Mamas.
Hang on, I gotta look at Mario's Fishbowl.
I've stopped by everywhere this weekend. It's been weekend.
I just
Weekend.
Want to look at Mario's
I don't know what day it is.
here.
What day is it?
Oh, this looks like a class joint. This is a classic dive, right?
Oh yeah.
Bunch of shit on the wall, right? They still got that shit on the wall.
Oh yeah.
I gotta get to Mario's Fishbowl. I might have been there. Has this been open a long time?
Oh yeah. Old school.
Okay. Yeah, I might have been there back in the day. Just can't really remember. But
Kegler's last night. That was a good spot.
All right. I'm sure it's a good spot. I'm not gonna Google image every fucking bar in Morgantown though.
I'm pumping all my local establishments here in Motown.
There we go. Get out. Get yourself a cocktail. Get yourself to Morgantown. So on Thursday night we also have Tuskegee and Benedict.
Great game.
You didn't think I was gonna hit you with this, did you?
What's the line?
They've been playing since 1940. We don't have a line, but I just want to let you know there are options that are better than that NFL bullshit. I mean, have you caught Raekwon Beal, the quarterback of these of Tuskegee? He's playing good ball. Yeah, he's got to work on the completion percentage a little bit, but he's doing all right. And then for Benedict, Darius Ocean at the quarterback spot, completing almost 69% of his passes. When you were down, you were at South Carolina and Columbia, South Carolina. Are you familiar with Benedict?
I am. It's not too far from Columbia. I have heard of Benedict.
It's in Columbia.
I thought it was like 20, 25 minutes outside of Columbia.
Oh, well, maybe their football stadium they're playing is in Columbia.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard of Benedict. We practiced there, but I don't remember how far it was when we went there. So, because the WWE was at Colonial Life Arena, so we had to practice at Benedict one day. So it felt like a 30-minute drive. But yeah,
here's something interesting about this. Benedict is, they've been playing since 1940, but in their last 13 matchups, Benedict's only won one game. Tuskegee was fucking them up, all up until last year. Yeah. So last year. It is
downtown. It's downtown.
Last year, I'm sorry, not last year, 22, the last time they played, they beat Tuskegee 58-21. I mean, so the rivalry's back, baby. All right. They had like a 12-game losing streak before that. They got it going. Tanner Tyson saying, "Give me Tuskegee." Their logo. Yeah. I mean,
is this on Flow or ESPN Plus?
I think this is ESPN Plus.
Good.
Let me confirm that for the loyal listeners out there.
Flow.
I believe it's ESPN Plus. Yeah, ESPN Plus. We might have a Flow game on Friday though. Next up, so who are you going to this, by the way? Right,
Benedict. Let's go.
I'm going to ride this Benedict momentum too.
I know you take Benedict.
Anyone want to see me on cut? Let's bet this fucking game.
It's easy to see a tide turn.
Friday. Oh boy, let me tell you about Friday.
Detective who he's got.
Yeah, take a screenshot and say, who do you got in Tuskegee? Benedict. We'll ask him tomorrow. Shout out to the Tuskegee Airmen as well. May they rest easy. How about this game we got going on? FCS Friday night. This is on ESPN. This series goes back to 1889. Holy hell. Columbia and the Ivy League are kicking off this weekend. Projected, I think I saw the Associated Press voted Columbia projected fourth in the Ivy League. I was able to watch Lafayette against Georgetown last week, and we our Hoyas let us down, man.
Oh, I know.
That was a wild fucking game. But our Hoyas let us down. Fourth quarter, Lafayette woke up and just Georgetown had kind of been leading. I don't know. Like there was a point late first, early second where Lafayette got a big lead, and then Hoyas came biting back. But Dean DeNobile is the quarterback of this Lafayette Leopards. Kente Edwards, I believe, is the running back. Hey, they can play ball here. Let me see if there's a line on this. Let me see if there's a line on this right now. But dude, I finally, it feels like it's football season when you get the Ivy Leagues going. Cause I mean, they had a big part of the history of starting college football. So shout out to, I feel like now we're really entering football season. As far as the line, let me see if I have this here. No, I do not yet. Hang on. Wait, let me see. No, I do not have that line yet. I would assume Lafayette's going to be a decent sized favorite.
Yeah. I mean, I think Lafayette's been pretty impressive so far.
Yeah. I mean, the by the way, the Columbia logo. What's your opinion on the Columbia? What's with everyone with the fucking cat, by the way?
We talked about this on the basketball show. It looks like a pussycat. Looks like Pitt.
I feel like they could do a little bit better if they got all that money up there. I
mean, what? Lafayette's coming off back-to-back road wins here. Yeah, come on.
Lafayette is a team I think could potentially make the FCS playoffs.
Yeah.
Their defense is a little shaky, but their offense I actually think is pretty good. So.
Well, and that Bowling Green on opening night was kind of fool's gold with the rain delay, the fake
two
rain
kick
delay.
returns for one was a flat out kick return for a touchdown. The other one was like 82 yards. So it's practically two kick returns for a touchdown.
Yeah.
For the Falcons there. Yeah. I've been kind of impressed with the Leopards there. So I don't know what the line is. Maybe tomorrow night when we get the Bet Detective on, we'll open them up. We'll open up the Bet Detective with this one as one of the first plays. All right.
I just warned him. I said, who you got in the Thursday night game? So he should be ready.
Yeah. And shout out to the Ivy League and shout out to Sam for reminding me about this. They are going to be in the FCS playoffs. You know, they've never been a part of the FCS playoffs. They were always on some private school pussy bullshit, but they finally grabbed their nuts, right? They finally grabbed their nuts and said, let's be a part of a thing called a playoff. I think it's going to be fun as fuck to watch. And what is really cool, what I'm really hoping for, we need some of these Ivy League teams to run the table. If one team runs the table, which has happened, you know, a decent amount with some of the programs they have that are good, like Yale or something. They have awesome stadiums, and they have stadiums that you couldn't tell the history of college football without. You know what I mean? Like, so imagine a playoff game where they're hosting at Harvard Stadium, or you know, at the Yale Bowl. So something to keep in mind there, folks. But when the line comes out, I am kind of.
We should lay it.
Do you think Columbia has an advantage by not playing a game and watching Lafayette for multiple weeks?
Yeah, well, I mean, it is 3 straight road games coming back home. So if it is a big number, maybe be tempted to get cute and take Columbia. But I mean, I also kind of just backing what I've seen from Lafayette. I mean, they've looked good the last couple of weeks, last 3 weeks.
Yeah, they did look good. I mean, I actually thought Georgetown basically had all the momentum in the game, and it went to the fourth quarter, and it's like whatever that pep talk was by the coach sidelines, like they were like, all right, fuck this. And they just went in and destroyed the Hoyas in the fourth. We also have this game going on Flow Sports. St. Anselm versus the Greyhounds of Assumption. Don't be making any assumptions, Mac. All right? Don't be making any assumptions about these Greyhounds. Just to let you know that this is all available. It's out there for you. Friday night at your local dive. If you take a video and ask for this game to be on the TV, I will send you a free college experience t-shirt. You got to tag me in the video. You got to send me that video. All right. You know, I believe Assumption made the playoffs last year. So FYI, just they've been playing since '99. Go Greyhound. Sam in the chat says they do have a much better logo. The St. Anselm logo is not awful, but yeah. So Just to let you know, it's out there on Flow Sports. Iowa, Rutgers.
Here we go. The Super Bowl.
There we go. Piscataway. Danny DeVito's blood money and his Jersey Mike's bullshit going on. I mean, they're smart. These TV execs. They're like, no one in their right mind would watch this on a college football Saturday. So let's force these people to watch this. The line is currently, I'm seeing 2.5 right now. Iowa favored by 2.5. The over under at 45.5. Xavier Williams is out for Iowa.
Yeah.
I brought this up on the other show. This is pretty hilarious. Let me make sure I'm just accurate on this. But so they've played 4 times, and it's all been in the Ferentz era. So they started in 16. They played again 19. They played again in 2022, and then again in 23. Rutgers has only scored 17 points in 4 matchups. I repeat, they have 7. They've been shut out twice.
Yep.
So the scores in 16, Iowa won 14-7. In 19, it was 30-0. In 22, it was 27-10. It was a big scoring output by the Scarlet Knights. And then last year was 22-0. Am I crazy or is this just a smash play on Rutgers? I don't trust Rutgers' offense against Iowa's defense, especially with the Greek pellet gun at the quarterback spot. I mean, Gronowski, I know, hasn't looked amazing, but I still trust the experienced quarterback. And I just trust the Iowa defense against a Rutgers offense. Rutgers, by the way, if you look right now, they're one of the top offenses in the country.
Total fool's gold.
Yeah. This is why I think the line is kind of all fucked up. They scored 34 against Ohio, 45 against Miami, Ohio, and then 60 against Mike Vick and Norfolk State. Dude, this is easy, right? Am I crazy, or should I put my entire fucking bank, my son's, everything that I own that I'm gonna pass along to my son, which is really just my Wade Boggs Slurpee cup and a few other things. But I got, I think, 17 versions of Tecmo Bowl for NES. What else do I have? I think I have a game used Biff Poggi cutoff. Dude, this is easy, right? Don't overthink this. This is a smash play on Iowa, right? Well, I'm curious what you're doing here.
Listen, in the preseason, I wanted Rutgers, but the more and more I'm looking at this matchup, Iowa already went on the road and competed at Iowa State in the Cy-Hawk game. I thought they played all right. They competed in that game. I know Rutgers Friday night, it's going to be lit like it was against Washington last year when they had the blackout. But this version of Rutgers, I don't think they're tough enough to beat Iowa. Like they kind of a little bit got away from their identity here. I don't think they're as good defensively. I mean, Ohio was able to find some things to carve them up. I think Iowa's better. Just give me Iowa to find a way. I mean, what did Iowa beat Maryland that one Friday night? I was good on Friday night. Being like 60-0.
I'm actually gonna hit you with some. Gosh, come on, where's this at? I'm trying to find the exact. Give me a second here. But they didn't score any points last season against Iowa. I'm trying to find the fucking box score from last year, and I'm having a really hard time.
Yeah, it was 30-0.
I know that. I was trying to look at the numbers for.
Here, I got it.
For our quarterback play there. What's my guy's name? Calamananis.
All right,
Dion talking about tortillas.
Yeah, 7 of 18, 93 yards.
Well, let me take you to the year before that when he was at Minnesota. He went 7 of 15 with a pick.
Yeah.
7 of 15 with a pick and threw for 87 yards.
Good luck.
He also had 2 fumbles.
Give me Iowa. Seen this before. Iowa will find a way. They'll grind out more wins than everybody in the chat wants to give them credit for. I'll favor Rutgers here.
Yeah, this might be the best play on the board. I don't know. I mean, it's gonna be ugly. What do you think about that total? Are we going under?
Always
45.5.
Oh, way under. The last time they played the over under, I think it was 27.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. 27.5, and it was 34 the time before that.
This is under. A smash play because look, I think they're all fucked up because Rutgers is scoring so many points. They're anticipating that offense is like vastly improved. I don't know that it is. Yeah.
Iowa 27-13.
I don't even know if Rutgers scores 13. They're saying they scored the most points ever against Kirk Ferentz, this Rutgers team.
Supposed to be the best offense, so they get to 13 this time. They scored 17.
I love watching
the other 4 games combined.
I'm going to be watching it. I hope they get over 10. All right. Well, look, we got that game going on, and then the game that kicks off. Actually, I guess I fucked up. Chronologically, this is actually the game kicking later, surprisingly. The game kicking 30 minutes before Iowa Rutgers is Tulsa, Oklahoma State. I want to talk about this game, but before I do that, I want to let the good folks know that the college football experience is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Look, Underdog's a great place to play fantasy pick'em where you can win up to 500 times the amount of money you enter. Simply pick higher or lower on your favorite player's stats. Yeah, and look, Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play $5, and you get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with our promo code TCESGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm. Rhythm is off to a fantastic start in college football and NFL. And look, Rhythm has just introduced a leaderboard with weekly cash prizes just for tracking your bets in the app. Track 5 bets of the same type from any model that you build, and you could win $1,000. So what are you doing? Get on over there. Use the promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm. And once again, use that promo code SGPN25. All right. You know, I'm excited for this. I know GBO Farms is excited for this. So Tre Lamb, oh man, I personally think Tulsa's look better than I thought they would look in year one. Let me just remind folks that the New Mexico State game that we all lost, Kirk Francis, their quarterback, got knocked out early in that game, but they looked all right. Now, man, they got up 14-0 on Navy, and I took the points back in that. I can't believe I didn't hit in that fucking game. But look, Francis didn't play last week after that with a concussion. I'm hoping he's back. If he's back, if not, it'll be Baylor Hayes, who was 22 of 37 for $189, a touchdown and a pick against the midshipmen. Remember though, Oklahoma State, no Hoss Henne. One of my favorite names in college football. Their starting quarterback, Hoss Henne, is out, and it's going to be Zane Flores. Dude, 11.5 is the spread currently. The over under 53.5. They played last year. Oklahoma State won 45-10.
Yeah.
But I gotta take the fucking points here. Tre Lamb's been praising Mike Gundy too, man. If you've caught those press conferences, he's been praising Coach Gundy being the legend, one of the most underrated coaches in college football history. I think he said.
He knows what he's doing.
Oh yeah, give me the points. Hasty, I don't know if Francis is back. It says questionable right now, so I guess we'll learn a little bit closer. I still think even with the backup, they could cover this number. I feel like Tulsa more often than not. Last year it got away from them, but some of those other years, they give Oklahoma State some problems. So
especially in Stillwater, they give them fits in Stillwater. For whatever reason, Oklahoma State rolls them when they play at Tulsa. Yeah, I'm on the points. I know Gundy off a bye week, worst loss in maybe his probably that is his worst loss in his career. But they're showing the backup quarterback. I think Oklahoma State's going to win, but I think it's going to be a tight one possession game once again between these two teams in Stillwater. I'm not willing to lay double digits with this version of OK State until Hoss Henne comes back.
Yeah, and that total is 53.5 too. What do you think? 12.5 on DK says never graduate.
I'll take the under with the points. I think this competitive game. I think it's in the 20s.
If Kirk Francis plays, I think it could hit the over. I think it could, but I think right now you'd have to say the under until you know he's playing.
Give me Oklahoma State 28-20.
28-20. Yeah, I will definitely bet the points here, and I'll pay attention to Francis. If Francis plays, I might be jumping on a little sprinkle on that plus 340, buddy. What do you think about that?
I mean, I want Oklahoma State to win because I want Gundy not to be completely embarrassed. But if Tulsa won, it would not shock me. I mean, 2 years ago, their Big 12 runner-up team lost to South Alabama by 30 at home.
Yeah, they went to the Big 12 championship and were like a half yard away.
Gundy in a nutshell.
I want to ask you right now before we leave. All right, we got a couple. I want to talk about the bigger matchups. As much as I would love to stick around and talk Benedict football with everyone out there. We need you guys to tell me that you really want those Benedict episodes. Right now, knowing that Hoss Henny's out, I think it was 4 to 6 weeks. Was that the original thing? I think it was something like that. Where are you at with how many games Oklahoma State's going to win this year?
Oof, let me pull up the schedule. I mean, we picked 6 in the preseason.
They're 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't played many games.
They bet this is why he needs to get this one because
he
Baylor,
could get to
Arizona.
6. He could get to 6.
Who's I don't know, man. There's too much meat on the bone after this. They could get Cincy though. They could get Cincy.
There you go. That'd be 3. They get K-State.
They could get K-State.
4.
I don't think they win at the bounce house though, dude.
Yeah. He'll win one game you don't see coming though. Like Iowa State the last week on senior day for Gundy.
I could see that. See that.
And then he just needs one of those road games at either Arizona or at Baylor at home. I mean, Baylor's defense can't stop anybody.
So you're pretty much sold on he's done, right?
Unfortunately, yes. He's one of my favorite coaches. I'm not rooting for it, but yeah, I mean, it's the way the program has just tanked over the last calendar year. It's hard to argue for him right now.
Yeah. Now on the other side of that, Tulsa's 1-2. I took the over 3.5 wins. I think it was.
They should get that.
Was it 2.5 or was it 3.5? I can't remember. Dude, but I needed them to beat New Mexico State. That's a bad loss. Their schedule is kind of brutal, but they do look good. I'll say that. They look better. They look ahead of schedule to me. After Oklahoma State, these are their next 3 games. Home to Tulane, at Memphis, at ECU.
Well, that's 1-5.
And then they're home to Temple for homecoming, which that might be harder than we initially thought. Then at Florida Atlantic, and then home to Oregon State, at Army, and then home to Trent Dilfer and UAB. If Trent Dilfer, I'm assuming Trent Dilfer won't be there by then. I think I'm still going to be okay, but that New Mexico State loss is a big fucking loss, man. The sweat is on now because I had them beating New Mexico State.
Well, especially also last week. I mean, they were up 2 touchdowns and they got blown out. So it's kind of been frustrating with Tulsa.
I feel like they look a lot better than their 1-2 record, but
agreed.
I wanted to ask you also, Iowa and Rutgers, how do you feel about your win total plays on both these teams right now? Did you think Iowa would look better? Did you think Rutgers looks better than we thought?
No, I mean, what has Rutgers done? They're only really
scoring more than normal. I will say this: they're scoring more than they traditionally score. I feel like against,
which means they'll win less.
That's probably a good point.
That's the Iowa method.
Probably a good point.
Iowa will win 8 games and everybody can kiss our ass again.
Yeah, I can't believe people put them on the hot seat. Someone wrote an article about that.
Somebody's like, "There's no way they win 8
40 had him on the fucking hot seat. Are you kidding me?" And where are you at on the win totals with Rice and Charlotte? By the way,
love Rice. I'm with you. I think Charlotte. I think Charlotte
because you had Charlotte. Did you lock Charlotte?
Yeah, over 2.5. Give me this one. That's
It's
2.
a huge game. Now I understand why you're taking them in this game.
Go Clit.
Wait, well, I got to pull up their schedule. I got to see.
Just Tim Albin. He just eats 2 more. He's got 10 tries.
I got to pull up this schedule real quick. Because I don't know, man. They almost lost last week. That was close to them losing that game. It wasn't like they just convincingly won. Now they were playing they're playing a good FCS. All right, so if they don't get Rice, so Rice would be your second win. Dude, the schedule is fucking hard. What are you talking about? You really need them to win this game Thursday.
They could get Temple at home.
Okay, their remaining schedule after Rice, at South Florida, at Army, home to Temple, home to North Texas, at ECU, home to UTSA, at Georgia, at Tulane. They got like every fucking hard team in the AAC.
Yeah, they got screwed on the schedule. They'll get this one, and then they'll get Temple. 3-9.
Your sweat is on, dude. I don't know. And Rice.
Watch North Texas. North Texas will lose there. Watch.
Rice. What was our win total? 3.5 there? Was it?
Yeah, we'll
4.5. 3.5. Yeah. Right now they're 2-1. They're at Charlotte, then they're at Navy, then home to Florida Atlantic, then at UTSA. They get a bye week, and then they're home to UConn, home to Memphis, home to UAB, home to North Texas, and at South Florida. I mean, having Florida Atlantic and UAB.
Yeah. They don't even need this game for the win total.
I'm about to say, dude, if they win this game against Charlotte, they could be a bowl team.
That's what happens when you win.
Then
that's what happens when you win the first one as a 12-point underdog outright.
Oh, that we locked up and we nailed. So let's go. Colby says Kolb says, Colby, I need a 4-digit dog like a fish needs water.
What?
I mean, look, we have our pick show tomorrow, but he's saying like a here. Let me just, before we head out, I'm gonna give you this right here.
Should have parlayed West Virginia, Cal, and Stanford.
Yeah, I mean, dude, we hit a parlay on SGP too. What was it?
It was a good weekend for the
LSU,
dog parlay.
LSU, Arizona State, Cal, I think. So looking for a double-digit dog that could win outright for this upcoming weekend. I mean, I know Mac wants to say Purdue against Notre Dame. Northern Illinois is at Mississippi State. No, I'm not taking it. You know what it is? I think I have an idea. I'm going to give out one. I'm going to continue to scroll down, but more than likely this could be the one. I think it's Temple against Georgia Tech. They just partied their ass off. You tell me that game's not going to get a little dicey? What do you think, Mac?
So random. Yeah, I mean, if there's one, I mean, we're talking about a 10-1 or longer.
Yeah. Well, the other ones I don't right now. The ones they're not offering odds on every game that on DK right now. The other
Temple
ones,
or Northern Illinois.
Yeah. The only other options would be Georgia State against Vanderbilt.
On the road,
which they did last year, but that ain't happening this year.
Yeah.
I think Ball State against UConn. Ball State against UConn is one that actually is that the one, or Purdue against Notre Dame. Those are your only options for 4 digits. Bowling Green against Louisville as well. Can Eddie George do it for a 4-digit payout on the money line there?
I think the Boneyard is the most likely.
I think Temple. Haynes King gets injured all the time. All it takes is one more quarterback power, and you're on the backup quarterback. Now, I did bet Temple last week, and they lost 42-3. So, FYI.
At first half money line, they were down 35 and half ago. Somebody gave me a shot.
Within like 30 seconds, that was the fastest I knew the game was not going to cover. Within 30 seconds, I was like, this shit ain't hitting. Yeah. I don't think Tulsa has that value, GBO Farms, right? I think Tulsa is plus 360. So that's not like, if he's looking for a 4-digit one, your only options are Bowling Green against Louisville, Purdue against Notre Dame, which would be fucking hilarious, by the way. Ball State against UConn. and then Temple in Northern Illinois and Georgia State. That's it. There's only 5 or 6 of them for the entire slate. I'll cast my vote with Temple. All right, folks, we'll be back tomorrow with the Bet Detective picking every damn game. All right. Give Moneyline Mac a follow on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. He'll also be at Steve's Fishbowl, sucking down beverages for the next 72 hours in Morgantown.
I'll be here again tomorrow.
I love the names. I love the names of these. These it's like it reminds me of Office Space, where it's like I was over at Schlotsky's or whatever.
Mountain Mamas, the Nickel, Kegler's, Mario's Fishbowl.
Mario's Fishbowl, Mountain Mamas. I mean, Mountain Mamas. Just, how perfect, right?
That's my spot. That's my go-to.
Shout out to Kolb. There we go. Right, I got you. I know it's a long shot, man. Yeah, and shout out to everyone else in the chat. D. Bettis. Hold on. Okay, buddy. You done did it. All right. Before we leave. Before we leave, just want to.
D-Bez always strolling.
Yeah, I just want to. Let's just see what I can quickly do here. Yeah. So there's a site called Tally Site, and it tracks all of our picks. And when I say all of our picks, I'm saying like a lot of the media. Right, a lot of the media. The
media, is that what we're calling ourselves?
Well, hopefully not. But
we definitely wasn't.
Somehow we got guest passes into this thing.
Yeah.
So is this good? Is what I want to know. Is this good? I want to know. Do I need to zoom into this thing? This is everybody.
There we are.
Oh, is that good? Hold on. I mean, look, hold on. Give me another minute here. I mean, is this? I just want to know. Like Will Wade, I want to know. Let me see what else I can come up with here. They have that because that's just the spread, right? Or that's just the overall. What does that one say on there, Mac? 88.16. Well,
yes.
Okay.
No.
Well, was that 72? 79?
79.
For me? No. Right?
79%.
Oh, no, but the number on that, the number they give you.
Oh, 92.81.
Okay, so that one is kind of shitty, huh? But the same week, and shout out to Troy Tuning, the great Troy Tuning, who was on our reaction show, our secret Nixon tape reaction show. I mean, what do we got here? Hold on. Let me see if we can find something else here. Wait. There's just no way. There's no way, Mac, that you could do this 2 different times, right? 2 different. Wait, the same week? Oh, no, there's got to be something wrong, right? There's got to be something wrong. 116 and 55. I mean, there's got to be something wrong, brother. Right? Hold on. No. I know we got to go, guys. I'm sorry. Right. But what about against the spread? That because there's 3 different ways, totals, the overall top experts. I don't want that to be a thing. But let me see what else we got here as okay. And yeah. Screenshot that and okay.
Are you saying?
Let's see what we got here.
Fake news.
Oh, what is that? The same week, 3 different areas. It was number 1. That's crazy. It's crazy. I'm sorry, guys. YouTube.com/The College Experience. It's called dominating. Brother. I was on fire last week. No, I did have a shitty week too. But anyway, folks, we'll see you tomorrow. All right. I don't know. I keep drinking this tequila. I might start, touting about every great win I've had in my life. Started in UNLV. I laid the points in 90 against Duke. Ask NC Nick about it. You thought Bobby Hurley, and then we're going to come on in there. Anderson Hunt was stuffing it home. Let's go. This is the college football experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.